Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Superstar SEO Q&A number 6. I am your host, Chris M. Walker. This is the series where we answer all of your questions about SEO, internet marketing, life, or how to win elections like we'll be talking about in this one. So get comfortable, don't get comfortable, whatever works best for you. Let's get started.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
Question number 1 comes to us from Neil. Neil wants to know if I do personal mentoring or coaching for SEO. I have several training courses that I've put out, but I don't do one-on-one coaching if that's what you're looking for, because it's just easier to help a lot of people at once. And doing one-on-one coaching, I would have to charge an extremely high amount to compensate for the loss of effort and time that I would take putting into just one person. So your best bet is to join the Facebook group, which you obviously already have, and then just look into some of my courses that I'll try to link to below. Okay, next question comes to us from Phil. Phil wants to know, what kind of car do you drive? Well, I'm probably a failure as an internet marketer for not having some ridiculously expensive supercar like a Lamborghini or a Porsche or something like that, but I actually still just drive my Mazda 3. I don't drive very much at all, and I really don't see why I would invest in something like that, because it would literally sit there 99% of the time, and it just isn't worth my money, or it isn't a good investment for me right now. So that's what I drive. Next question comes to us from Saeed. Saeed says, I am currently ranking videos on YouTube for keywords like location plus SEO expert. Does that help to get SEO clients? What would be the best keywords or niches to rank videos on? It definitely helps to get SEO clients. It's something I teach. It's something I've done. It definitely works. You got to have a nice quality video, and you got to be a little creative in the keywords that you go after. I guess that's kind of your next question, is think about things that business owners might be looking for. So longer tail stuff, like actual questions. How do I get more clients into my plumbing business, or something like that, and then have your video there explaining how you can help them do that. That's what I found to be very effective with that. So hopefully that answers that. Next question comes from Lori. I bought a domain for water damage repair and restoration for the state of Texas before Hurricane Harvey. Would it be better to use as a rank and rent, or to do offer vault, lead, or PPC offer? Which would you do? I'm thinking that it would probably be better to do rank and rent, or to not to do offer vault or that sort of thing. I think that it's going to take a little longer. What I would do is start calling around to the companies that are going to benefit from that and try to sell them on it like today, like honestly before today, because it's been a week or something already, because they're going to be more responsive and they're going to want to take care of that business, especially if they don't have any presence as it is and they're afraid that they're going to miss out on it. So that's how I would take an approach to that. But you can try all of them and see what works best for you. So hopefully I don't have to deal with that myself pretty soon, because we do have a potential hurricane headed this way later this week. So fingers crossed, and God bless everybody who's dealing with that. Next question comes to us from Justin. Which vendors do you trust for quality PBN and guest post links? Justin, if you check out the file section in the Facebook group where you posted this question, you will find a list of my preferred vendors for just about everything. So that's the answer to that. And I'll stick that in the description below as well, because people may be interested in that aren't in the Facebook group. Next question is from Carlos. Can I start sending links to a site that is HTTP but will change to HTTPS? Yes, you can. Always start linking right away. Once it changes over, you'll want to make sure that if your future links use the HTTPS, but you should be doing a redirect anyway, and it won't be that big of a deal. Next question, also from Carlos. For a local locksmith site for San Antonio, do you recommend I send PBNs and white hat links, or just PBNs from Conquer? The account is a low price paying client, keywords, locksmith near me, car near me, and so on. What I would do is start sending PBN links. Yeah, for sure. You can do both, really. But yeah, start firing away right away. You get them from Conquer or wherever you get them from. But yeah, just start firing PBN links. Definitely don't wait around to start linking. You can also do other types of links if you're worried about diversification. I think that's probably what you're asking for in this question, is you can do like the social profiles and citations and things of that nature as well if you're worried about doing just PBN links. But definitely start firing right away. What is your process for, this is from Andy, what is your process for a new client who's had SEO done for him before? It's generally not very different, honestly, unless they've gotten some like spammy links, like some porn or something like that pointed to their site. I might, what do you call it, disavow those, but other than that, I would just start doing the same thing I do for a regular client. Next question comes from Tim. What IM advice would you give to a small political party to maximize its exposure to electors for an upcoming election? Okay, so this is going to be a fun one for me, because part of my background is working as a professional political operative. The first thing I would do, and some of this advice is going to assume certain things, like that it's a big party, and big party in that there's it's represented in more than one state. I'm going to assume that it's either an American political system or something very similar. And some of the advice is going to be not necessarily internet marketing. But the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a candidate for every single position that's up for election that term. So even if it's something minor like coroner or something like that, any position you want to have somebody on the ballot. That way you're being represented and you get your brand or the name of your party out there. And the next thing you want to do is start posting about it a lot, like even on your personal Facebook. Funny thing is, the last few elections I've had, it started as a dig at a local party here because they weren't putting someone, they didn't even bother getting a candidate up for a particular seat that I thought was kind of important, like a county level seat. So I started, as a joke, running myself as just on Facebook and a few other social media platforms, and saying that I was running for that position. And I still got, just from asking my friends and family to vote, I got like 50 votes in it. And in this last election in 2016, I made one post on my personal Facebook on election day, and I got something like 125 votes for one position. So my point is that get it out there on social media, run ads to it, maybe like create an event and run an ad to that, have social media pages. But the real trick is to make sure that you're represented for every single position. Create a site for every position because domains are cheap. Create a page for it and just get it out there. If people do any bit of research, you want to make sure that they find your name. We really have the advantage in that because we can manipulate search results, because even big parties don't know how to do that as well. And then we can also do ads and social media and things like that they aren't very skilled at, because they are, first of all, they're very low paid, and that's one of the reasons I'm not in it anymore. But they're also not necessarily the highest skilled, especially at what I assume is not a national level. So to break that down again, first step is to make sure that you are represented in every single race available. That's such a key, and it's one of the reasons that the major third parties, if that makes any sense, in the United States don't do well, is because they only worry about the presidential election, where what they should be doing is taking their time and really studying the country and finding races where they could win, whether it's even something simple like county commissioner or waste management supervisor or whatever it is. Like they need to take the time and analyze races and pick off as many of those as they can, and then use that as a platform to get what their values and their message are out there. And then they can start building up and getting slightly higher positions. Maybe they get a state house or a state assembly or something like that. And then they keep building up until they are a force that has to be acknowledged. But they seem to all want to go for the big chair, which is not getting them anywhere in terms of building a party and a coalition. So hopefully that makes sense. Just to recap that, get somebody on the ballot for every single position available. Have a site and Facebook pages and things like that for your candidate for every single position available. And if you can't find enough people to run for every position available, that's a legitimate concern for a small political party. What you want to do then is just have one person run for all of them. So, and then you have something for every one of those. Do a little bit of SEO, and I guarantee you'll rank for those particular terms, like county commissioner in whatever county. And then have a Facebook page and, as many profiles and things like that as you can. Basically reputation management for it. And then just talk about it as much on social media as possible, especially to people in your local community. Create groups based on your local community for it, and you'll get your name out there, and you may not win right away, but you'll start building something and you'll get people interested, and then you can continue to build. So hopefully that makes sense. I could probably talk about that all day, but yeah, so let's move on to the next question. Abbas asks, is there anything you don't know about SEO? By the way, thanks for your help earlier. I signed up the electrician just now, $400 per month for the first 3 months, then $750 per month. There's plenty I don't know. There's always more to be learned. That's one of the things that's made me and a lot of other people successful, is that I continue to learn, and I continue to learn other things and I don't ever consider that I know everything, and I can keep learning, because there's an infinite amount of knowledge out there, and you never know when that one little thing that you might pick up is going to help you get the next client or rank the next site or whatever it may be that you're doing. And congratulations on getting your first client. That's great. I like to see people succeed. That's why I've made the trainings that I do. That's what part of this channel is for. So keep plugging away and keep having success. Update on how well your workhorse sites are doing. This is from Kirill. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thinking of going that route and spending some time on it this month. How are you finding good niches for those? Probably explained in your video. I need to rewatch it. you just doing affiliate offers and renting page, or are you building separate email lists entirely for that niche and marketing your own products or affiliate products to them? Okay, so what I'm doing is not that much. I haven't really changed that much. It hasn't been a big focus on my business, but if you're asking what you should do all of that. And we're actually going to be having a live webinar later this week. Today is, I think, September 4th. It's going to be Thursday, so that's 7th, September 7th. I'm going to leave a sign up for that in the description. But yeah, we're going to be talking more about doing affiliate for mass page sites and CPA for mass page sites soon. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, definitely do all of that. Like, it's super simple, and you definitely should watch that video again. It's been very popular, and it's helped a lot of people get started and things like that. So yeah, the answer is yes, do all of that. So hopefully that makes sense. And that is all the questions I have for you today. If you'd like to get your question answered in a video just like this, and why wouldn't you? You can join up to our Facebook group at superstarseo.com/Facebook, and you can get tons of free content in there. You can ask your questions. You can get some discounts. It's literally the greatest place in the history of the world. So if you're not in there already, you are missing out. The next thing you can do is sign up for our webinar this Thursday at 3 p.m. That's September 7th, I believe. We're going to be showing you how we make passive income with affiliate marketing and mass page sites, like workhorse sites that everybody likes. So you definitely going to want to check that out. And finally, if you want to learn how I built a full-time income with SEO client consulting, you can go to my site, superstarconsultingmastery.com. That's all I got for you. Please click subscribe and subscribe to my channel so you can see awesome videos like this all the time. Click the notification bell so you won't miss out the minute they get uploaded. And most of all, have a great day.